Hey there, and good evening, Free Credit Repair Advice Group. My name is Jeremy Dysock, and I am a FICO certified credit coach with Credilife Financial Wellness and the founder of the Free Credit Repair Advice Group right here that you're in on Facebook. I'd like to welcome you all to tonight's episode of the Daily Credit Report Live. This is something that we do each and every night, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Now, I'm going to let the room fill up just a little bit here. Hang on one second. There we go. Set this thing to announcements. And I just want to welcome everybody for tonight. Couple of quick housekeeping things. Again, remember, we do the daily credit report each and every night. On Monday, it's Mark. On Tuesday, it's Rick. On Wednesday, it's me, Jeremy. On Thursday, it's Chris. And on Friday, we do kind of a greatest hits of the week. We do a watch party and some fun stuff like that. So make sure you join us each and every night. We're going to cover different topics as we go. So a couple quick things. Number one, if you would like to have me as your credit coach, if you'd like to have Jeremy Dysock as your FICO certified Credilife coach, you can set up a consultation with me by going to www.bookcoachjd.com or just clicking the link up in the description at the top of this video. And what we'll do is we'll book a time, a day, an evening, even a Saturday morning to talk about your credit. What we'll do is we'll talk about your goals, talk about what's on your report, and put together a plan, a set of steps, figure out what action items and methodologies need to be used to get your score and profile in position for all the goals you've got. So if you'd like to have me personally as your credit coach, go to www.bookcoachjd.com. That's www.bookcoachjd.com, or just click on the link in the description. Also, if you want to follow my professional page on Facebook, it's Jeremy, Jeremy, .credit. Real easy to find. All right, so it's the Daily Credit Report. Tonight, we are going to talk about some things that you need to make sure that your credit repair, to help your credit repair go smoothly. Things you need to know. Common misconceptions. We'll talk about some slip ups you could make and things that you can proactively do so that if you're doing your own credit repair yourself, you're doing a self driven credit repair, or if you are having Credilife serve you in that purpose as well, these are all things that you'll want to know to make sure that your credit repair goes as smoothly as possible. All right. So the first thing, this is one that's actually come up a little bit lately. So with the whole COVID-19 thing, okay, with COVID-19 going on, the bureaus have been at lower staff. Your creditors have been at lower staff. Collection companies have been less staffed. Self-lender, Credit Strong, all of these creditors have been lower staffed. So something that's been happening recently has been some credit reporting delays. Okay, so I get a lot of people saying, "Look, I opened up this self account, this self lender self account, and man, it's been 2 months, it hasn't shown up yet." Or I just paid down my Visa card, and it's been almost a month, or it's been a month, and nothing's showing up yet. I want you guys to know, first and foremost, don't fear if that happens. Don't worry. Just because it hasn't shown up doesn't mean you won't get credit for the time that it was delayed, okay? So if, let's say we're in a situation where April's payment didn't show up, May's payment didn't show up, and now in June, a couple months later, your account is going to finally report. Well, you are going to get reporting on how it went in April, reporting on how it went in May, and then your report for June. They're going to push all that data through, and it will correctly backdate in your credit report. So for those of you who are following some of the account development instructions and having some nerves about things not showing up, or if you are paying down accounts and things like that, and you're having some nerves because you're feeling like things aren't showing up as quickly as they're supposed to, don't fear, don't worry. Those things actually will be, they will be showing up. I just want to make sure that we're placed where we want to be here on Facebook. Thanks for your patience while I do this. It has been a crazy last week here in Minneapolis. But yeah, let's see how we're doing. Perfect. Okay, got everything where I want it to be. By the way, while we're doing this, what I would like is if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask them in the comments section. I'm going to answer any credit questions that we've got. So other things that will help make your credit repair go smoothly. I'm just going to give you a couple of tips and tricks, okay? When you are doing investigations or disputes, when you want to do that for some accounts that you've got reporting negatively on your credit report, one thing to remember is you're always going to want to do this in writing, okay? Old school snail mail, paper letters to the bureaus. Think of it this way. You're trying to paper trail the data that's being reported to your credit report. So it only makes sense that you would use paper. So when you do this, you're going to make your dispute letters, your investigation letters. You're going to type them out because it doesn't need to be handwritten. The scanners, they can read color, they can read handwriting, so you're not tricking anyone. You're going to type these things up. You're going to mail them to the bureau. No need to get it notarized or anything like that. That's nonsense and a waste of time. You're going to mail them off to the bureaus, and you're going to send it standard mail. You're just going to put a stamp on it. There is no reason at all to send it certified. A lot of people tell you, well, you want to send it certified so you get the return receipt and whoever signed for it. Well, you're sending these to P.O. boxes. P.O. boxes are not notorious for their ability to sign their name. So professionally, we send this many certified. You just want to send it off with a stamp on it. That's literally all you're going to want to do. Now, what about disputing online? Can't I just go through Credit Karma and dispute online? My Experian and dispute online. Go on TransUnion and dispute online. Here's the thing. If you dispute online, this is something that'll help your credit repair go more smoothly. If you dispute online, you actually give up a significant number of your consumer rights. You give up the right to written results. You give up the rights to actually have it permanently removed, because what will happen is if something gets deleted through online disputes, it will return. It'll show back up. It'll report again the very next time that creditor reports to credit. So all the work you just did is completely undone because you gave up a number of your consumer rights, okay? So we want to do this in writing. We want to send it snail mail. We don't want to do it online. We don't need to have it notarized. We want to use a regular stamp. That is another thing that's going to help you considerably in the smoothness of how your credit repair is going to go. Something else that will help you with your credit repair, keeping it going smooth and making sure that they respond appropriately, is when you send letters off to the credit bureaus, you have to make sure to include 3 pieces of identification, 3 pieces to the credit bureaus. Now, you don't send this off to the collection agencies, direct to creditor. You don't do this. I'm talking about your letters that you're sending to TransUnion, your letters that you're sending to Experian, and your letters that you're sending to Equifax. You're going to want to include 3 forms of ID. First, your driver's license or photo ID, your state ID, okay? Second, your social security card. If you don't have your social security card, you can use the front page of last year's taxes because it's got your social on it as well. And the third form of ID you need to send is going to be a utility bill, a cell phone bill, a bank statement, or a voided check, something that's got your name and your current address on it, okay? Those 3 forms of ID, when you send the letters off, will make things go so much smoother for you. They'll go through like a charm. Quick question. Cheryl asks, will you be doing an update to the flood package? Cheryl, yes. Actually, we've got that in the works. We're going to call it an expansion pack, I guess, because I don't know. If you ever played Cards Against Humanity, you can buy the little expansion. We didn't know what to call it, so we just wanted the expansion pack because that sounded like festive. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, we're going to be doing that. It's going to be kind of a little thing with some second level letters, some things for some of the responses people have gotten, and stay on me. That should be out within about a week. Okay, so you guys will be able to stay on this format that you're doing. Awesome question though. Yeah, the credit flood. By the way, if you guys have not checked out the credit flood, that's a DIY package, do-it-yourself package. Go to www.creditflood.com. creditrepair.com. It's a pack of 7 letters. They're very powerful. They're very effective. Don't believe me? Look through the group. It's pretty insane. Some of these results we've seen so far, they've been excellent. But yeah, we'll be doing an update and kind of an addendum, kind of an add-on pack to it. And it is not going to be. It's not even going to be the full amount that the other one was. It's going to be cheap. Just basically paying for the delivery system to you guys. All right. Other things that are going to make your credit repair go smoothly. Things that'll help you go smoothly. You want to have a good quality credit monitoring open. Okay. You want to have, oh, you're welcome, Cheryl. You want to have credit monitoring through a credit monitoring service that will let you have a 3 bureau credit report each and every month with all the data on it, okay? You want to have one that is going to provide all the information you need, not only for the letters that you're doing to the credit bureaus, to Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, but you want one that's going to be able to give you the data you need to go to the direct to creditors. So, like, I'm talking collection companies and stuff like that for validation letters. Okay. We professionally recommend Smart Credit. We don't own Smart Credit. We don't have a stake in Smart Credit. There's a reason. By the way, the scores that Smart Credit gives you, they're not any better than anywhere else. So don't worry about that. But the data it gives, trended daily data, it gives the address data you need for direct to creditors. We have found that Smart Credit is the single best source on the market right now. And we've looked at Identity IQ, Privacy Guard, we've looked at Experian, we've looked at my FICO, or my FICO has, we call it FICO scores because they're not your real scores. But we found that Smart Credit is one of the best out there. If you want a discount on Smart Credit credit monitoring for $21.99 a month, go to www.smartcreditvip.com. Smart Credit with VIP at the end.com, and that'll get you the discounted credit monitoring. You want to use this. You've got to be able to track something that's going to have complete data for you. These other ones, they just don't have enough. They don't. Francesco says, if you disputed an account and it came back as verified accurate, what's the next aggressive step you could take? Well, the next thing you're going to want to do is send another investigation letter. Here's another thing that'll help keep you going smoothly. One thing to remember is oftentimes it will take more than one round of investigations. Even when we do this professionally, okay, at Credilife, the average client is with us 6 to 7 months, and that's with us doing everything. Okay, so understand that it may take 2, 3, 4 rounds of investigation. Now, when you send off another investigation letter to them, you're going to ask about a different aspect. If you asked about the account number before, maybe you're going to ask about the date of last activity. If you asked about the name or the address, maybe you're going to ask about the balance. Maybe you're going to ask about the date it was open, things like that. You want to do different letter. You don't want to do the same thing over and over again, hoping something different happens. That doesn't work. Okay. What you want to do is you're going to change it up. You're going to send them another letter. You're going to investigate a different aspect. There's actually a total of 27 ish aspects out there that you can verify and validate. They correspond with 27 different dispute codes at the bureaus. You're not going to do all of them because that would be psychotic and take forever. But the idea behind that is you can go after a lot of different things. Okay, late payments, I would go after and say, verify that this was 30 days late, or I demand you remove the late payments from this account. Or you can say, verify the amount past due, or I demand you remove the late payment information from that account. Could be verify the date the account opened, or I demand you delete the account. Verify the balance, or I demand you delete the account. So there's a lot of different aspects. So take a look at the letter you sent. Francesco, take a look at the letter you sent, and looking through whatever aspects you asked about, don't ask about those again. You already asked about those. So you're going to want to change it up. You're going to want to go after a different aspect of the account, and you should have some success. Great. So let's see. We went into having good quality credit monitor. Okay, here's another thing that'll help your credit repair not only go smoothly, but it's going to bring some peace to your mind. Okay. Don't worry about your score. Don't worry about your credit score. Don't worry about your credit score. Don't worry about your credit score. Okay, so there's a type, a brand, a style of credit scoring that's used by 95% of the banks in the United States. It's called a FICO score. All right. There are 10 different versions of FICO. Think of it like the iPhone. There's X number, what are we up to, 11 or 12 iPhone? Same type of thing. Different versions of FICO. Within it, there are like up to 29 scorecards in each version. Okay. Here's the deal. One of those scorecards is a consumer facing scorecard. If you buy myfico.com, you're getting consumer facing. If you're seeing FICO through your Discover or through Experian, you're getting consumer facing, okay? You are never going to get your actual lending score without applying for credit. Now, if you think it's close, you're wrong. It's a different formula. Oh, but it was the same as the bank. Coincidence. It's a different formula. You know, it could be 89 degrees outside and I'm listening to radio station 89.0. It doesn't mean they're the same thing. One's a temperature and one's a radio station. They're different. The formulas in FICO are different. The 10 different versions of FICO are different. The consumer-facing scorecard in FICO is different. So do not suffer from scoreanxiety, which is anxiety brought on by checking your damn score every day on Credit Karma and doing your Experian. You bought FICO and you bought all these. Don't do it. Don't worry about your score. Worry about your profile, a nice rounded credit profile. If you get your credit profile in shape, your FICO score, it's just a derivative of a good profile. It's just a risk rating based on the pile of data that's in there. And how do you find out about the good pile of data? We're recommending Smart Credit. We used to recommend Identity IQ, then Smart Credit brought their A game, gave more info, so now we recommend that. The next monitoring service to do even better, we'll probably recommend that one. Okay, but right now, top dog Smart Credit, smartcreditvip.com. That'll help make your life go a lot smoother, though, with your credit repair. The other thing is, remember there's 3 phases to credit development, to credit repair. It's not just the investigations. It's not just that. I want you, when you're doing your credit repair, to think about this. You want to eliminate the negative, you want to build the positive, and you want to deal with the money where it lives. Okay, so I'll talk about that a little bit. Eliminating the negative, that's the investigations, that's obvious. Sending investigation letters to the bureaus, verify, validate, sending validation letters directly to creditors to have them validate, demanding deletion. If they don't, following up on anything that's verified with another letter to investigate a different aspect. That's eliminating the negative. But that's where most places stop, and that's where most people stop. Thing is, that's only part of the picture. You have to build the positive. You have to have accounts that are positively adding to your credit. If we took away bad, all we're doing is not sinking anymore. But we're not going up. We have to have things to build us up. So I'm going to tell you for your basic credit repair, so it goes smoothly. Here's the one size fits all cookie cutter. This is for general consumption for 66,000 people. If you're one of my clients, this isn't necessarily your recommendation because I've custom tailored something. Think of it like a suit. A one size fits all suit versus a custom tailored suit. Which one's going to fit you better? But if you're doing your own credit repair, okay, what I want you to factor, to consider, to think about is a base of credit development accounts, okay? So here's the base credit development accounts you're going to want. You're going to want 2 revolving accounts. Those are credit cards. Capital One, Discover, bank credit cards. You want them open and active, and you want to spend between 1 and 3% on them each month and pay them when they're due. Don't overcomplicate it. I'm trying to make this go smooth for you. Don't overcomplicate it. So if you have a $300 limit credit card, you're going to charge between $3 and $9 every month on it, and you're just going to pay the bill when it's due. Don't worry about up and down and paying it to a date and getting fancy. Don't get fancy. This is going to help it go smoothly. Don't get fancy. That's where you mess up. So I'm talking, you got $300 limit credit card, throw your Netflix on it. And then set your checking up to automatically pay it when it's due. So money goes on, money gets paid. Money goes on, money gets paid. Money goes on, money gets paid. You sit back and you know, you're watching frickin' tigers that some crazy redneck guy owns and Carol frickin' Baskins, and your score is going up. Okay. Other than that, don't use the card for anything else. So you're going to want two revolving accounts doing just that. You're going to want one installment account. That could be a car loan, open and active with a good payment history. It could be a student loan, as long as it's in repayment, open and active with a good payment history. Could be a mortgage, open and active with a good payment history. Or it could be a self lender, like Self or Credit Strong. Those are both excellent installment savings accounts that report as installment loans on your credit. So you want two revolving, one installment, and we recommend one retail card. So I'm talking, it could be anything from Finger Hut if you've got lower credit, could be Kohl's, could be Children's Place. Those are great if you got kids. It could be Amazon, it could be Walmart. The idea is to have a retail account. Okay. So two revolving, one installment, one retail account. Those are going to be your builds. So now we've eliminated the negative with investigation. We've built the positive with account development. And the last thing is dealing with the money where it lives. Okay. Credit does not operate in a vacuum. Your income is involved. Your debt load is involved. Collections are involved. So you got to deal with them. So let's say you've got debt load. Well, you need to put together a debt reduction strategy. Maybe you want snowballing. Maybe you want cascading. If you go on YouTube and go to the channel Credit TV, CREDITV, that is Credilife's official YouTube channel. When you're on there, I have got a cascading versus snowballing video that'll get you debt free. And it'll show you the difference between the styles. I don't care which one you use, actually. I just care that you do one and get yourself out of some of that debt. Okay, so maybe you've got collection accounts that need to be paid. A lot of people go, well, do I want to get a delete letter and pay and see if I can get it to... The first step is always investigate. Okay, you're trying to get it deleted so that you now have some power in the negotiation. But you do still need to settle those debts. Okay, even after deleted, you need to settle them so they don't, so XYZ Collections doesn't sell it to ABC Collections, right? And then it's shown back up and you're out of luck. Okay, so you want to do that. And then lastly, budget. I hate the word budget. I hate the word diet too. Look at me, I'm a foodie, if it isn't painfully obvious. Diets suck because they're unnatural and you have to give things up and things like that. Budgeting sucks because you think the same thing about it, right? You think, make a list of your needs, make a list of your wants, do your needs, and you never get your wants again. And so we've put together a budgeting format that you don't even need to be a Credilife client to use. Again, I told you to go to YouTube and go to Credit TV, CREDITV, Credit TV. And on there is a podcast, a video podcast called Credit Rockstars. Check out episodes 5, 6, 6.5, and 7. They are on the mindful spending budgeting approach, okay? So that's dealing with the money where it lives, getting your arms around it. So you eliminate the negative through investigations in writing. You build the positive through credit development. Deal with the money where it lives. That's going to give you the fastest, the most permanent, and the smoothest credit repair that you can have. All right. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to make this one kind of a short one tonight. 1.5 hours. That's plenty, I think. If you would like to have me as your coach, oh my gosh, it is possible. Go to bookcoachjd.com, bookcoachjd.com, and pick yourself a day, an evening, or even a Saturday morning that works for you. And what we'll do is we'll do a consultation, and we'll talk about what's on your credit. We'll talk about your goals and put together a plan, a set of steps, and some action items to get your score and profile in position to gain all the goals that you're after. So www.bookcoachjd.com, or click the link here in the right here in the video at the top in the description. All right, so remember, join us every single weeknight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific time for the daily credit report. My name is Jeremy Dysock, FICO certified credit coach. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.